The crystal champagne glasses clinked, and fake laughter echoed through my mother's expansive living room. I stood in the doorway, clutching the small white gift box tied with a silver ribbon, watching my stepsister Amanda hold court among the party guests. She'd orchestrated this entire surprise 50th birthday celebration for my mom, making sure everyone knew what a devoted daughter she was. If only they knew the truth. My name is Sophie Mitchell, and I was about to expose a 15-year lie that would shatter my family's carefully maintained facade. The weight of the DNA test results in the gift box felt heavy in my hands, but not as heavy as the secret I'd carried since finding my mother's old diary 3 months ago. Oh, look who finally showed up. Amanda's sugary sweet voice cut through the party chatter. Sophie, darling, we thought you weren't coming. Again. The implied criticism was clear. I'd missed the last 3 family gatherings, but only because Amanda had accidentally given me the wrong dates. I forced a smile. I wouldn't miss Mom's birthday. Amanda's perfectly made-up face twitched. She'd spent the last 15 years positioning herself as the perfect daughter, ever since her father married my mom when we were both 17. Now, at 32, she'd managed to convince everyone, including my mother, that I was the problem child, unreliable, distant, always causing drama. Mom's about to open prisons, Amanda announced loudly, shooting me a warning look. Though some of us actually remembered to bring something worth giving, I clutched the box tighter. Don't worry, Amanda. I brought exactly what this party needs. My mother sat in her favorite armchair, surrounded by expensive gifts from Amanda and her father's country club friends. She looked happy, but tired. The kind of tired that comes from years of trying to keep the peace, of always taking Amanda's side to avoid conflicts with her husband. Sophie, honey. Mom brightened when she saw me. You made it. Before I could reach her, Amanda intercepted, carrying a massive gift box wrapped in designer paper. Mother, you simply must open mine first. I had it specially made. The room watched as my mother unwrapped an outrageously expensive handbag, the exact one Amanda had been dropping hints about wanting for herself. It's beautiful, Mom said, her smile not quite reaching her eyes. Just like the daughter who gave it to you. Amanda's father, Richard, boomed from across the room. He'd never missed an opportunity to praise his precious daughter, even if it meant diminishing me. I stepped forward. Mom, I have something for you too. Amanda's eyes narrowed. We're doing big gifts first, Sophie. You can give her your little, whatever it is, later. No, I said firmly, years of suppressed anger giving strength to my voice. This can't wait. My mother looked concerned. Sophie, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong, Amanda cut in. She's just trying to make everything about her. As usual. I ignored her, holding out the white box. Mom, I found your old diary while helping you clean out the attic last month. The one from 15 years ago. The color drained from Amanda's face. What diary? Mother doesn't keep diaries. But my mom had gone very still, her hands frozen on the designer handbag. Sophie. I read about what happened the summer before the wedding, I continued, my heart pounding. About the argument you had with Richard. About the real reason you got married so quickly. Amanda lunged forward, her expensive manicure reaching for the box. Give me that. You're ruining everything. No. I held the box away from her. Everyone needs to know the truth. About the baby you lost that summer, Mom. The baby that wasn't Richard's. The room went deadly quiet. Amanda's father stood up so quickly his chair toppled backward. What is she talking about, Helen? My mother's hands were shaking. Sophie, please. But Amanda had reached me, clawing at the gift box like a wild animal. Shut up. You're lying? My mother would never. Your mother? I snapped, struggling to keep hold of the box. That's the biggest lie of all, isn't it, Amanda? With a final desperate grab, Amanda knocked the box from my hands. It hit the floor, the lid popping open, and papers scattered across the expensive Persian rug. DNA test results, diary photocopies, and hospital records spilled out like accusations. Amanda froze, her eyes fixed on the papers. The first page had landed face up, its heading clearly visible to everyone. DNA kinship analysis. No maternal match found. What? Amanda's voice cracked. What is this? I picked up one of the papers, my voice steady despite my racing heart. The diary wasn't the only thing I found in the attic. I also found your original birth certificate, Amanda, the one with your real mother's name on it. The silence in the room was deafening. Amanda's perfect mask cracked, tears streaming down her face, smearing her expensive makeup. No, Daddy, tell her she's lying. But Richard had gone pale, his eyes fixed on my mother. Helen? My mother stood up slowly, the designer handbag falling forgotten to the floor. I think, she said quietly, it's time we all told the truth. The party guests stood frozen, watching the drama unfold like a scene from a movie. 15 years of lies were about to come crashing down, and the small white gift box that had started it all lay empty at our feet, its silver ribbon curled like a question mark on the floor. The silence that followed felt like glass about to shatter. Amanda stood amid the scattered papers, her perfectly curated world crumbling around her designer heels. The truth she'd spent 15 years denying was literally at her feet. I don't understand, one of the party guests whispered, breaking the tension. Are you saying Amanda isn't? She's not my daughter, my mother said quietly, her voice carrying in the stunned room. She never was. Amanda whirled on her father. Daddy, tell them Mom adopted me. Tell them she's my real mother. But Richard's face had gone from pale to ashen. He dropped heavily onto the nearest chair, looking every bit his 60 years. Amanda, please. I picked up another paper from the floor. Your real mother was Richard's secretary, Catherine Porter. She died when you were 2 years old. Mom married Richard when you were 3, and they rewrote your history. No. Amanda screamed, her careful society mask completely shattered. You're lying. You're just jealous because Mom loves me more than you. She's not your mom. I shot back, years of pent-up frustration bursting forth. You've spent 15 years trying to push me out of my own family, acting like you were the perfect daughter, making me look like the troublemaker. But you were living a lie. My mother stepped between us. That's enough, both of you. She turned to the party guests. I think it's best if everyone leaves. This is a family matter. As the guests hurriedly gathered their things and fled the uncomfortable scene, Amanda collapsed onto the sofa, mascara running down her cheeks. Why, she whispered. Why are you doing this to me? Because you needed to know the truth, I said, softening slightly at her obvious pain. Because every time you tried to edge me out of Mom's life, every time you made me feel like I didn't belong in my own family, you were actually the one who didn't belong, she finished bitterly. Is that what you were going to say? No. My mother interrupted firmly. Nobody is saying that, Amanda. You are family. Just not in the way you thought. Richard finally spoke, his voice rough. I wanted to protect you, Princess. After your mother, after Catherine died, I couldn't bear to see you hurt anymore. When I met Helen and we fell in love, it seemed easier to just start fresh, to give you a new mother, a new life. By lying to me? Amanda's voice cracked. By making me believe Helen was my real mother? Did everyone know except me? No, my mother said softly. Only Richard and I knew. Even Sophie didn't know until she found my diary. I sat down, clutching the DNA results. The diary explained everything. How Richard convinced you to pretend Amanda was yours. How you legally adopted her but kept it secret. How you both decided to never tell anyone the truth. But why now? Amanda demanded, turning to me. Why ruin everything? Because I couldn't watch you destroy my relationship with Mom anymore, I answered honestly. Every time you made me look bad, every time you played the perfect daughter while painting me as the failure, you were living a lie that was hurting everyone. Richard stood up suddenly. This is my fault. I created this situation. I thought I was protecting you, Amanda. But maybe I was just protecting myself from having to face the past. Amanda stared at the birth certificate on the floor, her real mother's name clearly visible. Catherine Porter, she whispered. I don't even remember her. She was beautiful, Richard said softly, and she loved you more than anything. When she got sick, she made me promise to make sure you had a mother's love. So you erased her. Amanda's voice was sharp with pain, replaced her with Helen, and pretended she never existed. My mother moved to sit beside Amanda, and for the first time in 15 years, I saw my stepsister's perfect facade completely dissolve. She looked lost, like a little girl whose world had just been turned upside down. I never meant to replace your mother, Mom said gently. I just wanted to be there for you, to love you. Maybe we went about it the wrong way, but that love was real, Amanda. It still is. Amanda looked at me, tears still streaming down her face. Is that why you always fought harder for Mom's attention? Because you knew she was really yours? I shook my head. No. I fought because you were always trying to push me out. Now I understand why, somewhere deep down. Maybe you knew something wasn't quite right. The room fell silent again, but this time it was different. The tension had shifted from anger to something more complicated. Grief for lost truths, relief for secrets finally spoken, and uncertainty about where we would go from here. My mother picked up the scattered papers, carefully placing them back in the white gift box. We can't change the past, she said quietly, but maybe now we can build something honest, something real. Amanda stood up, her legs shaky. I need time to process this. She looked at her father. I want to know everything about her. About Catherine, no more lies. As Amanda walked out of the room, followed by Richard, I caught a glimpse of something I'd never seen before in my stepsister's eyes: vulnerability. The perfect daughter act had crumbled, leaving behind someone who might, finally, be ready for a real relationship instead of a manufactured one. My mother touched my hand. This isn't how I imagined spending my birthday. I'm sorry, I said. But it was time. She nodded, looking at the gift box that had changed everything. Yes, she agreed softly. I suppose it was.